Here's why I'm out of truck. I'm going to give you some of the best reasons why you should definitely mod your truck, and this can go with, you know, almost any kind of truck. V6, V8, diesel, 2500, 3500, you know, as big as you need. These are the main reasons. I don't have a number of how many reasons I'm listing, but I'm going to give you the main reasons why you should mod your truck. All right, now say you're a guy that likes to work. Say you're a worker and you do a lot of work, and you buy a V8 truck and you want to, you know, I guess tow more with it. And what do you need to do to tow more? You need better gearing, make better suspension so it can handle the weight of whatever load you're carrying. Those simple mods alone can definitely improve your truck. Say you got a V8 and you got the lower gearing of whatever, and this can be an older truck, newer truck, and you got the lower gearing of the truck and you want to be able to tow more. You say tow for your business or tow whatever you got to do. You can mod the truck by putting in gears, and also, even on a regular thing, is tuning. Even custom tuning. Yes, custom tuning will still, even for a work truck, give you more power to be able to tow, and will make up for what you didn't have before with tuning. Now, another reason would be gas mileage. Yes, before I put on my cam install, it was more the cam. I did lose a little bit of gas mileage with the cam, but when I was full bolt on and tuned, I actually gained plenty of probably about 2 miles per gallon on average. Yeah, I drive in the city and the highway, so I do both just as much, equally the same, and I got around 17 miles per gallon before tuning, when my truck was on the stock tune, basically bone stock. Then I put a tune on, headers, and I started upgrading little bit. But before I went cam install, my miles per gallon was in 18 and a half. I did have the better gear, the better gearing for gas mileage, which I don't think it made much of a difference, as people will tell me they get basically the same. I had the 321s, the 8-speed, in the Ram, in my 2014 Ram 1500. My Ram is very modded right now, yes, but gear tuning alone gives you very good miles per gallon. It helps you out a lot. It helped me out, saved me some gas. Right now, sitting in traffic, mine probably says I would go with 15 and a half. I'm not even gonna look. Let me look right now. I'll even show it to you. 15.8. That was my guess, because I've been in a lot more traffic than moving lately. So maybe you can see this real quick. Hopefully you guys can see that. 15.8. Yes, and I'm in traffic. That's why I'm going 20 miles an hour, slowing down. Yeah. And yeah, so you can get a good amount of miles per gallon gain when you put a tune on your truck. Another reason is all around power in general. Just something as simple as a tune, just something as simple as an intake, or even something as a catback exhaust that has better flowing, has a better flowing muffler than the stock muffler, which are quiet because they're chambered, or they sound like shit, and you are losing power with that chambered muffler. So simple mods, just to give you a little bit more power. It doesn't have to be for anything, just for your own personal preference. And the aftermarket on all trucks for modding is absolutely insane. You can do anything you can do with a car, mod-wise, you could do with a truck. And you can actually do more, because there's more lift kits, lowering kits. You have just as many wheel and tire options. You have drag racing tires, wheel, everything. Anything you want, you can basically do to your truck. They have better cab options. You don't need a freaking, you want an 8-foot bed, boom, you get an 8-foot bed. You can mod it up, do what you want with it, lift it up, go off-roading with it. Wasn't big, fat, huge monster truck tires. Or if you want to slam it to the ground, be a lowrider and drag the motherfucker. You could do that too. So the modding on any truck is absolutely endless. Even diesels. The diesel game is, you know, I don't have a diesel, but you know, all our work trucks are diesel, and you can do a lot to them too. You can do, you know, tuning a diesel. You get more from a tune out of a diesel than anything. You get like 200 pound-feet of torque and like 100 horsepower or something like that. It's absolutely crazy, and you can hear it too. You got a tuned friggin' diesel, you hear that turbo spool. What it go, you know, they can go to like, I think they go over 60, because the stock ones I think are on the little gauge of our work truck say 40, and I've hit 20 just by freaking giving it a little gas, going around the block, not even touching it. They spool up quick because they have a lot of torque, 1,000 pound-feet of torque in the new Ram 1500, and that's stock. You put a tune on that thing when it's available is absolutely insane. You can get even more. And yeah, also with the diesels, you know, they tow a lot. You know, most guys, if you're doing a big business, you're a business owner or something like that, you do a lot of towing of what you have, or you own horses, anything like that, you want a diesel. You want to be able to tow all that weight, 30, 20 plus thousand pounds. I don't even know if there's a gas out there that can tow 20,000 pounds, unless you have like a Ram 5500 or a Ford or Chevy 5500 big ass truck. You could do that with a diesel easily. So towing is great. Mod it. You're endless with mods. There's also guys out there that, you know, without tuning anything, you don't need a tune, you don't want to mess with the computer, the motor, and just, you know, make visual mods. The visual mod, you know, like I said, something like in my one video, simple as tinting your windows, putting new wheels and tires on. Maybe you want to lift it up a little or lower it around, still driving around, throwing a nice little cap back on it to have a nice little throaty sound. Simple. That's not going to throw your warranty off. You don't have to, you know, tune the engine or the PCM or the transmission just to have fun with it. You know, cold air intake, small mods you do without tuning it is good. So you don't have to, you know, worry about a warranty or have to switch a tune back. Now, the number one reason I would have to say for modding your truck, any truck, diesel, you know, V8, V6, probably V8, all the V8, Chevy, Ford, even the V6 twin turbo EcoBoosts, all of them, I would say the number one reason is so you race it. The biggest reason any owner mods their truck performance wise is to, you know, race. Whether it's on the street, the strip. I mean, I prefer the strip. Do I have a little fun on the street? Yes, everyone does. But I'm not the guy to go line up in the street and do anything crazy. Have I done it in the past? Absolutely. But I'm not going to go with 30 people and line up and do all that. You know, I have nothing against that. That's not for me. I have a family and a kid and all this and that. As you can see, I got a baby seat. But also, you don't really see your performance gains on the street. You could, any mod you get done performance-wise, you go and beat Billy by friggin', you know, car length, and you beat him by a little bit more, you know, maybe you don't know what you really, you know, gained out of that mod. So I go to the drag strip, and that's why, you know, most of the guys that do a lot more performance to their trucks, I was gonna say Ram, a lot of the guys that do more performance to their trucks go to the drag strip. There is superchargers, cams, the mod game is endless, and they're all for performance to go racing. And the racing and the Ram, people underestimate trucks and how fast they can actually be because they're big, they're heavy, they're not aerodynamic. And with their version, well, Ford's version of their 5.0 is obviously detuned from their Mustang, but Ram's version, Dodge's version of their Ram is actually powered up over their 5.7 version of their cars. Not by much, but yes, it is 20 horsepower more because they have a better flowing intake manifold. I think that's the reason, but I'll take my word for it. But yeah, the racing is absolutely huge in the truck world. You know what I mean? And you're always trying to, you know, in the trucks, cars always want to, you know, a car doesn't really want to race a truck if they know they're going to lose, if they know that truck's fast, because then it's like, oh, you lost to a truck, haha, you know. And if you beat a truck, it's like, oh, you beat a truck. It's no big deal. That truck was heavy. So having a truck racing, in my opinion, is a win-win. And if you lose to me, which a lot of guys have, I have a 4-door, 4-wheel drive truck. Yeah, it's very heavy. I do gut it at the drag strip, but I surprise everybody when I go racing. Everybody thinks, with the times I run, I have nitrous or a supercharger or this or that. No. I am all motor. This thing runs like a beast. And so, yeah, those are the reasons I got to give for modding your truck, Ram, Hemi, Ford 5.0, EcoBoost, Chevy 5.2, 5.3, 6.2, you know, any of them. All right, have a good one.